Hello. Last session we were discussing the idea of some of the facts. Yes, we have clothing industry. Yes, and some of you were with the idea of what it's exactly what impulsed me to select these brands. Yes, some of you said that it's because I feel like it's best quality, or it's just the name, or as one of your friends, I remember, I think Camila was the last one, it's the idea of some designers. No, I follow this designer, I follow this brand, or I follow some of, I think Mauricio told us about one of Porchela. Yes, I remember that name. The idea of the clothes. Yes, they design. We think they design. Okay. So, and then some of you said, yes, it seems like this, etc., etc. Why not to buy Miguelito's clothes or those names that we have in our huge industry in Peru, that is Gamarra. Yes. Okay. So let's move on. I will like that you confirm if we have already select the vocabulary. Have we covered that part? Okay, so you have just 2 minutes in order to identify, yes, the words that appear here, like rival, retail, profits, no? And here, no? The blue words here. So I'm going to call some students. Meanwhile, I'm giving you the chance to participate. Yes. I'm going to take the attendance. Okay. So I let you the chance, and then I'm going to call some students. Yes. So here you have. Thank you. We have number 1, Mauricio. Somebody else? Okay, you need more time. Here we go. Alexandra Linares. Thank you so much. Somebody else would like to participate? No? Okay. Fabiana Chavez. And one more student, please. Camila, would you like? Yes?
There are more girls that raise their hand, but I don't want to participate.
You don't want to participate? Okay. So I will give the chance to Kiarita. Thank you. So number 4, please, Kiarita. Thank you so much. So let's go into stuff. I'm sorry?
No, Gabriela.
Okay. Okay, also I can see people participating through the chat. I'm going to count in consideration, like Alexandra Rios. Thank you so much, Alexandra Rios. Gabriel de la Cruz, thank you so much. I see your participation also. I see Jose Ugas, thank you so much. So we have different ways to show the teacher, yes, the idea of participation and be connected. Macarena Moreno, thank you so much for your participation. Okay, let's go into start, okay? So number 1, please, so what do you think is the synonym of the word clothes? Yes, it says. Mauri, clothing. What do you think is the synonym of the word clothing?
Retail.
Okay. Retail. Number 1, retail. Thank you. It's not exactly, it's apparel. Okay, thank you. Number 2, the sales of goods to the public.
Retail.
Thank you so much. Number 3, the financial gain a company or a person makes. Fabianita?
Profits.
Profits. And finally, but not least, my dear Chiara, a person or business that you are competing with.
Rival.
Sorry. Very good. Thank you. Okay, here we have a discussion question, okay? So if you want to participate in this idea, you can do it, okay? Remember, so we have different ways, no? People that are more talkative can do this, but the idea is that not leave the chance to leave this student without asking for participation. So oral discussion. I'm going to pop up 2 questions, yes? I don't want, if I give you this question to touch people's heart. If you feel that you can do it, tell me. If you not, don't tell me. Okay, but approximately, to talk to you, how much do you think your parents invest or your parents spend a year on clothing? Don't tell me a specific amount of money, but from the salary, what do you think they designed to? 10% of the salary was invested on this, 20% of the salary? I'm not talking about spend on you, it's that in general, spend a year on clothing. Miss, I never asked this question before. I have no idea. But how much do you think they assign the salary on this? 10%?
I think my father spent 45% of
45%. Like a quarter. A
because
quarter,
it's close that for all the family.
of course, of course.
3 people. 3.
3 people.
I, my brothers, and my father. 4. And
4.
my mom. 5.
5. So you have 5. Obviously, if you have a large family, you invest more. But what about the idea? For example, I remember my parents do not buy clothes for each one of us. I receive the clothes mostly from my sisters, my older sisters. So in this case, my parents save a little bit more money. Is that happen in your house?
Yeah.
Yes. Is that happen that probably your sisters, or if you don't have sister, no, probably some aunt exchange clothes? No? For example, in my
I
case,
like to borrow my brother's clothes, but every time he wants to give away what he have, I usually take it.
you take it just because the pleasure to make your brothers feel anger.
No, it's just because sometimes he don't like what he have, and I like it, so I keep it.
Good question. Yes, it's a good idea or good alternative too. Yes. For example, in my case, if I have to put this question on me, I exchange, no, with my sisters and my son and my nephew or my niece, yes, the clothes. So if my son leave a pair of shoes almost new, I decide to send to my nephews or my niece, yes, these clothes. What about you? In your family, you also switch this? Or not?
On my family, specifically my nuclear family, we usually receive because we are like the youngest. My brother sometimes receive from an older cousin we have. I don't usually receive nothing because I am the youngest girl, but I am the biggest.
Uh-huh.
And so I can use anything of my cousins. And well, I don't usually like to go or take new clothes. I don't know why. I
Mhm.
just what I have, I use it. I wear it until my mom tell me I have to just put it in the trash because you
To
can't
throw
wear that
it.
anymore. Yes.
Okay, so you see, so in case of Lucia's, I don't think it's 40% or 50%. Well, it depends on the family, yes? It depends on the family, on what they exactly invest, no? Other people probably invest money on education, no? Or other people invest more, I don't know, extra activities like sports or workshop classes, no? That are not exactly from the school. Imagine if you practice sports, any equipment for the sport, it also costs or not. Yes, of course, no? And it's not just simple, depending on the sport that you practice. Lucia, which sport you practice?
Rowing.
Rowing, uh-huh. Jose, which sport you practice?
Basket.
Uh-huh. Gabriel, which sport you practice?
Nothing.
Okay, but okay, let's going to see what other workshop you practice. You play guitar?
Yes.
Aha, so you receive classes of guitar, or you have a guitar, you need some, so you need to invest on this, no? In the guitar, in all the accessories of the guitar, I don't know, things like this. So we need to focus on the idea, but my question directly is about this. There are some families that invest a lot and there are not. A second question. Thank you for the oral discussion, Camila, Lucia. Yes, about your opinion. My second question is, do many people, do you think in Peru, work in the clothing industry? I'm going to repeat the question. Do many people work in the clothing industry in Peru? Please, wait a minute. I'm going to find my Google friend. I'm going to see if how it works nowadays during the pandemic, the clothing industry in Peru with the coronavirus. Is still the same? We produce the same as well?
Miss,
Daniela.
I think it's not the same, but they are like looking for other alternatives like the e-commerce because nowadays in I I think you can see that in Instagram there are a lot of online stores that are selling different clothes or maybe also the mascarillas, I don't know how to
The
say it,
masks.
but the masks and they are producing not the same as they produced when all of this was normal, but they are looking for other ways to sell their products. And there are a lot of online stores.
Thank you, Daniela. Okay, my question. Do you know or have you visited Gamarra during the pandemic? Do you know if someone went there?
I think my mom passed over there someday. She said it's almost the same thing. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people almost as if it was before the pandemic.
Okay, thank you. What else do you know,
I
Camila?
I think I didn't went. No, yes,
I didn't go.
I didn't go
But
because of the security. But I see in the news that many people are that are persons that no people that um, venden su ropa en la calle.
okay,
Sell sell his
they
clothes.
are selling their
Their clothes
products,
in the street.
their clothes on the
Yes.
streets.
But I think that people don't have about the pandemic. I think don't have the same ingresos.
Okay.
the same
Profits.
profits, but I think their increment in
Economy.
his ventas,
Sales.
in his sales, mask and products that the full face, that products that are about the coronavirus. But I think that people have to. I I think that people that don't want to go, don't want about of his security, I think don't want to get out to no salir a vender.
Okay.
I think that he wants about his security. Ay, ¿por qué se ríe? ¿Por qué te ríes, Adiela? Yeah, I think, I think, yo pienso de que Santo quiere salir a vender, pero igual tiene que salir porque por su dinero, o sea, porque tiene que ganar dinero de alguna u otra
Camila,
manera.
we understood. We understood. Those things you said in Spanish, you said in English. So you don't have to translate. We understood exactly what you are saying in English. You did it. So you don't have to explain in Spanish. We understand English. So what you said is in English what you are explaining in Spanish, okay? So that is something we have to. What Camila and Daniela say, they rethink about, no? Rethinking. What is our title of the unit? Remember? We need to what? Create, innovate, yes? Reconsider, no? The idea of what we are producing. So I think it's an excuse from my view, okay? It's a perfect excuse to say, based on the pandemic, I need to sell and I'm going to do whatever I want. Yes, but exactly, how many times have you ever, my question is, have you ever visited Gamarra before? Does anybody have the experience to visit this place? No. Okay. When I received, no, my family-in-law, one of my best destinations besides the beautiful landscapes in Peru, my first destination was to let them know what is Gamarra. Because Gamarra nowadays is what we as Peruvians need to show people around the world, okay? So obviously when they go there, it's like the jungle. Not just because we have a variety of designers or things like this, it's just because of the mess is there. If you go to a store and buy something, and then you want to return, I don't know, 2 weeks later or a month later, you can. Why? Because you can exactly know where were you. Okay? Okay, you can say, okay, yes, I remember I go to this way, I walked 2 kilometers, or I went this, and next to the store was this, and then exactly, it's not exactly the store. Okay, so it's kind of the idea of also one of the things we need to reconsider is the idea of, yes, we know that Gamarra is our best destination, yes, in order to show how we produce. I said we produce, okay? But the other thing is also that we need to reconsider the aspect of how we are organized. Do you think are we prepared? Gamarra was really prepared for this? No. Up until now, no. Okay? Because we have a mess there. Okay? So what we tend to go to places like Ripley, Saga, no? Why? Because you said, I feel safe and secure. No, I am 100% sure that they are going to respect the limit of people. They are going to provide me alcohol. They are going to provide me all the environment of being safe and secure. What about Gamarra? We don't know exactly. No? We have a lot of people there. I was there. Okay? So I have to tell you, they are not, even though they want or they try to, but they are not following the rules. Why? Because they can't. They can. They find an excuse to say, no, it's because we have to sell the products. As Camila mentioned, no? We have to sell the products because we need to eat. So, but okay, it's okay. You need to sell your product, but you need to follow also some what? Policies, some rules, okay? So we have a lot of ideas here to discuss what we are facing now. And obviously, as Daniela mentioned, I think that the sales also on fashion industry dropped. Do you agree or not?
I think they decrease because they're not a priority.
They are not considered anymore as a priority. Good point, Lucia. Anyone else would like to participate? Do you agree that the fashion industry in Peru or the clothing industry in Peru declined? Tell me. Macarena, you say yes? Okay, if clothing industry in Peru decline, which industry do you think rise? The opposite rose.
The grocery industry?
What?
Food industry, grocery industry.
And based on what? Based on the idea that they rethink the concept of providing the food, no? By deliveries, no? New ways of doing this. Okay. Have you ever known that Gamarra create a website? Did you know about this? Jose said yes. Is it possible to buy through this website? Because they say, no? Oh, during the coronavirus, we can stop selling. So for this reason, no, we create the Association of Gamarra decided to create this website. No? Some of you are Googling. Very good. Now, tell me if it's possible to buy there. Okay, Mauricio. It's not possible. It's not possible. Okay, so Lucia said one aspect. It says, we are not considering right now, no, as a necessity to go to the store and buy clothes because we have another priorities, okay? But people are getting, what? Kids are growing, yes or no? Means in 6 months, they grow in 6 months. Probably you take more time because you're a teenager. You need to practice a sport and then you grow, no? But kids grow faster than you, okay? Some people also put on extra kilos. So they need extra clothes, okay? So we have here just to see different aspects from clothing industry that we are going to analyze in this video, okay? So please open your books and let's boost our vocabulary, yes? So exercise A and B are going to be part of your speech for discussion next class, okay? These words are really necessary to be used in the in your case, Tuesday discussion that I'm going to generate in groups. So please, I'm going to give you 5 minutes for these 11 words. And I am going to call for participation. If I didn't mention your name, you have the opportunity to participate through the chat. Okay? Please take your book and do the task before reading. Page 74 and 75. Gabrielito, do you have your text with you? Excellent. Mauri, please take your book. When you are doing this, I'm going to call for attendance, okay? Thank you so much. Micaela is present, Luz Andrea is absent, Lucerito is present, Leah is present, Maria Gracia is present, Fabián is present, Mauricio is present, Gabriel is present, Marianita Diaz is present, Clarita is present, Camila Iparraguirre is present, Macarena Moren León is present, Alexandra Rios is present, Marcelito is present, Daniela Miranda is present, Stephanie Morante is absent, Macarena Moreno is present, Maricela is absent, Lucia is present, Alexandra Linares is present, Valentina is present, Jose Ignacio is present, Valeria is absent. So today, students that are reported, Valeria Ureta, and Luz Andrea, then Maria Clara, then the two Stephanies. Josecito, we are on page 74 and 75, vocabulary.
Okay.
So I'm going to call for 5 more students. Remember, you also can participate as Alexandra Linares, Alexandra Rios. So Camila, number 1. Thank you, Camila. The two Alexandras are in the chat. So number 1, Camila Iparraguirre. Number 2, Mariana Diaz. Number 3, Maria Gracia. I'm going to repeat. Number 1, Camila Iparraguirre. Number 2, Mariana Diaz. Number 3, Maria Gracia. Number 4, Lia Calle. And number 5, Valentina Sanchez. Okay? So the other vocabulary from number 1 to number 6. Here we go. Marcelo, Mauricio, Lucero, Macarena León, Micaela Arias, and number 6, Gabrielito. If I didn't mention, please write through the chat if you want to participate. Daniela Miranda, thank you. Marcelo Medina, thank you. I see that you are responding also through the chat. Very good. Alexandra Linares, Alexandra Rios, Marcelo Medina, Daniela Miranda. Thank you so much. Okay, let's go into start. So please, number 1. Camilita, what is describing a situation or activity in which people or companies are trying to be more successful than others? Camilita?
I'm sorry, I forget to my competitive.
Okay, repeat after me. Competitive.
Competitive.
Very good. Competitive. Number 2, my dear Mariana Diaz. To start a company, institution, or other organization, how do we say in English?
Founded.
Okay, founded. Found. Number 3. Maria Gracia, a senior level employee who is responsible for making important decisions for the company.
Me is my turn, no?
Yes, number 3.
Yeah, it's executive.
Executive. Thank you, Maria Gracia. Number 4, Leah, a product or group of products with its own name.
Brand.
Excellent, Leah. Brand. Number 5, Valentina, an organization or company's main office or center of control.
Headquarters.
Headquarters. Very good. Let's going to continue. Part B. Number 1, Marcelito. The activity of promoting and advertising goods or services in order to encourage people to buy them.
Marketing.
Okay.
Miss?
Marketing. Yes. Thank you. Number 2, a company. My dear Mauricio, a company is someone who is trying to sell similar goods or services to the same people.
Competitor.
Very good. Competitor, yes. Number 3, my dear Lucero, when a company something, it pays workers from outside the company to do the work or supply the things it needs or sell.
Outsource.
Outsources. Very good, because it's out, no? Out, outside, out. Very good. 4, my dear Macarena Leon, if there is a of something, there is not enough of it.
Shortage.
Shortage. Number 5, please, Micaela. The things or goods a person or a company sells in their
Merchandise.
merchandise. Very good. And number 6, we have Gabriel.
Supply chain.
Supply chain, yes, is the process involved in moving a product from supplier to customers. Okay, please, guys, I would like that you, thank you so much. You will like the questions. You will discuss the question that we have here. Okay, I'm going to form groups. Yes, by using the vocabulary it says. Be prepared because after this you are going to provide your reasons. It says, what famous clothing brands do you know? Miss, it's a lot. Yeah. Tell me a list of as much as possible you remember. Try to write. As much as possible you remember. Try to write. Very good. Some people knows more. Please, when you do this exercise with your friend, it is supposed that one of you is going to have more brands than the person who mentioned before. Okay? It's like a competition. I say 10, you say just 2. Okay? So let's see who is the student who gives more brands or can remember brands. Miss, can we include Peruvian's brands? Of course. No? Yeah, Miss. Rosita's brand. Yeah. Miguelito brand. Yeah, very good. Topitop brand. Ah, Topitop also. Very good. Baigorria brands. Baigorria, no? Or what is the name of the brand? Baigorria is the name, no? I don't remember. Is Baigorria or Baigorria?
Alejandro Baigorria.
Oh my gosh. And Brunella Hornas brand, what is the name of Brunella Hornas brand?
The same, Brunella Horna Jeans, creo.
Okay. They show creativity, even with the name. You see? And Porchela, Mauricio, Porchela, what is the brand of Porchela? Porchela's brand? Or by Porchela?
I don't know.
You don't
I
know?
just
You
say
don't remember?
I know.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. So the question number 2 says, okay, I have just a minute and 30 seconds. It says, what do you know about the companies that make your favorite clothing brands? No, miss, I don't know nothing about Nike. Nike? You don't know? No, not even why they selected that symbol. Because it's like a check, no? Or why they select this famous slogan? Just do it, no? That is the slogan of Nike. Where it comes from? Miss, I'm going next class to look for more information about my favorite brand. Okay? So please, for next class, I would like your discussion about the second question, especially the second question. I would like that you look more information, just 10 minutes, give 10 minutes after the next class about this homework. Thank you for your attention, guys. See you next class. Have a nice weekend. Goodbye.
Thanks, Miss. Bye, Miss.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Bye, Miss.